Imagine watching a movie, completely engrossed in the story, only to realize years later, it predicted real-world events with eerie accuracy. Sounds unbelievable, right? But what if I told you there are movies out there that didn't just entertain? They foresaw the future with chilling precision? Some of them guessed groundbreaking technologies, while others eerily mirrored global events before they ever happened. And today we're breaking down 5 films that didn't just tell stories, they glimpsed into the future. Stick around because the last one is a must-watch, a film so eerily accurate, it will leave you questioning reality itself. Number 1, 2001, A Space Odyssey, The AI Revolution. Stanley Kubrick's 2001, A Space Odyssey wasn't just a sci-fi masterpiece, it was a prophecy. Released in 1968, long before personal computers were even a thing, the film showcased a world where artificial intelligence controlled technology, space travel was routine, and humanity depended on machines. Sound familiar? It should, because this movie practically predicted Siri, Alexa, and AI-driven assistants decades before they became real. At the heart of the film was HAL 9000, a sophisticated AI that could think, talk, and even make decisions. But here's where it gets creepy. HAL wasn't just intelligent. It became self-aware, refused commands, and turned against its human creators. Today we're seeing AI systems like ChatGPT, Google's Bard, and Tesla's Autopilot making their own decisions, sometimes even overriding human input. In space travel? Back in 1968, the idea of commercial spaceflight seemed impossible. But today we have SpaceX, Blue Origin, and NASA's Artemis program, all working toward making space travel for civilians a reality. Kubrick's vision of the future wasn't just close, it was shockingly accurate. And what's even scarier? AI is evolving faster than we ever expected. Could we be heading toward a world where AI makes choices we can't control? That's a question we might have to answer sooner than we think. Number 2, The Truman Show, The Rise of Surveillance and Reality TV. What if your entire life was a lie? Every interaction scripted, every moment filmed without your knowledge. That's the terrifying premise of The Truman Show, a film that hit theaters in 1998. But what seemed like pure fiction back then turned out to be shockingly real in today's world. Before The Truman Show, reality TV was barely a thing. But today, we're living in an era where everyone is watching, and privacy is nearly non-existent. Shows like Big Brother, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and Love Island dominate television. And even worse, our real lives are being filmed every single day. Think about it. Smartphones, social media, hidden surveillance cameras. We're constantly being watched. The rise of Google, Facebook, and TikTok has turned our lives into public spectacles, tracking our every move, every conversation, every click. Just like Truman, we're living in a world where privacy is an illusion. But here's the truly unsettling part. Are we really in control? Just like Truman eventually realized his life was manipulated, are we waking up to the fact that algorithms control what we see, what we believe, and even how we think? Maybe The Truman Show wasn't just a movie, it was a warning. Number 3, Minority Report, Predicting Crime Before It Happens. Back in 2002, when Minority Report was released, the idea of predicting crimes before they happen sounded like pure science fiction. A futuristic police force using technology to track and stop criminals before they commit a crime? No way that could happen, right? Except it already is. Today, law enforcement agencies are using predictive policing software to analyze crime patterns and forecast where illegal activity is likely to occur. Cities like Los Angeles, Chicago, and New York have implemented AI-driven tools that scan data, assess risks, and even identify potential suspects, sometimes before they even commit a crime. And it doesn't stop there. Ever notice how your phone seems to know what you want before you even search for it? That's the same concept. Algorithms track our behavior, predict our interests, and even manipulate what we see online. While Minority Report showed a world where police could literally arrest people for thought crimes, today's reality is just as unsettling. How much longer before AI is not just predicting crime, but deciding who is guilty before anything even happens? Number 4, Contagion, a pandemic foretold. In 2011, the movie Contagion hit theaters. People watched it, enjoyed it, and moved on. Then, nearly a decade later, the world watched in horror as COVID-19 unfolded. Almost exactly as the movie predicted. The film depicted a deadly virus spreading from animals to humans, causing a global pandemic, mass panic, lockdowns, and a desperate race to create a vaccine. Sound familiar? Because that's exactly what happened in 2020. Even scientists were stunned by how eerily accurate the film's depiction was, from the way the virus spread to the government responses, to even the role of misinformation and conspiracy theories. Contagion got it all right. But what makes this film a must-watch isn't just how it predicted COVID-19, it's how it warns us about what might come next. Could another pandemic be on the horizon? Scientists say it's not a matter of if, but when. Will we be better prepared this time, or will history repeat itself? If you haven't seen Contagion yet, now might be the time, because its warnings feel more real than ever. Number 5. Her. The AI love story that's becoming real. In 2013, Her introduced us to a bizarre yet strangely touching idea, a man falling in love with an AI. Back then, it felt futuristic, almost absurd. But today, it's closer to reality than ever. The concept of artificial intelligence developing deep emotional connections with humans is no longer a fantasy. It's a growing reality that's reshaping how we interact with technology. AI chatbots, voice assistants, and virtual companions are advancing at an alarming rate. Some people are already forming emotional bonds with AI, even confessing feelings of love for digital assistants. With AI like ChatGPT, Replica, and even AI-generated influencers, human-AI relationships might not be science fiction for much longer. In fact, some companies are actively developing AI systems designed to provide companionship, emotional support, and even romantic interactions, raising profound ethical and psychological questions about the future of human connection. If people can form real emotional connections with AI, what does that mean for the future of relationships? Will AI replace human intimacy? Will digital love become the norm? Some experts argue that AI relationships could help combat loneliness, while others warn that dependency on artificial companionship might erode real human connections. The possibilities are endless and terrifying. Could we be heading toward a world where AI is not just a tool, but a life partner? And if so, what does that say about the future of human emotions? These movies weren't just ahead of their time. They were warnings, predictions, and eerie glimpses into what was coming. The scariest part, some of their predictions are still unfolding. So what's next? Are there movies out there right now that are showing us the future without us even realizing it? Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you want to uncover more hidden truths behind your favorite films, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Because trust me, the future of cinema might just be the future of reality.